Hey everybody, it is Reema from the Alignment Academy, and so excited to be back with you today. And just a little bit about who I am and what I do. So, I help women who feel stuck, who feel unfulfilled, who feel tired and overworked and anxious completely transform their lives into their most juicy life, their most luscious life, their most easeful, joyful life, because that's what you deserve. That's what all women deserve. So I today, as you can see, clearly I'm chilling out in nature for a little bit, and I did a little bit of journaling, and that's where the idea for today's video came from. So today's video is all about next level, choosing yourself, putting yourself first, next level boundaries, because that's what it is going to take for you to get to your next level. Quick story time. This past weekend was Thanksgiving weekend, and one thing about me is that I am a huge family person. Like, I love family. I love my parents, I love the household that I was raised in. So when it comes to setting boundaries with me, at least, it's very easy today, it's very easy for me to set boundaries in most areas of my life. The part for me that would probably be the hardest, I would say, would probably be family, because I am such a family person. I really value family. It's just something I love. It's one of my core pillars and values of life. And I feel like in the past few days, after Thanksgiving, during Thanksgiving, I just feel like I stepped into my power on such a deeper level, because I was willing to choose myself and create these next level boundaries, even when it comes to the part that might be a little harder for me to do, which is the realm of family. So what happened was, Thanksgiving, I was talking to someone in my family, someone who I was very, very close with when I was a child, but today we are a bit more distant, and we had somewhat of a conversation. But I decided that night that I'm willing to walk away. I'm willing to remove, for them to not have access to me anymore, just because when they do have access to me, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. I don't feel like I'm protecting myself, protecting my energy, my time. So I decided that, while everything was great and beautiful when we were younger, today we're older, we're adults, we're not as close anymore. This is a family member that I am willing for them not to have access to me. And I was really thinking about other areas in my life too, and other people who I just completely removed my energy and my access from them. So I was thinking of other family members and, other people in general. And I think that choosing yourself in this next level is a game changer. And while it might be difficult, or it might have taken me even a little bit longer to get here when it comes to family, just because for me that's my area, but I mean, it's necessary, it's needed. And of course, I do want to say, use discernment and use discretion when thinking about things like this. Of course, my parents, for example, I absolutely love my parents. If my parents and I got into I don't know, an argument or something dumb, I would not be my parents don't have access to me. No, we would work it out. We would apologize. Everything would be all good. But with me using discernment, yes, there are absolutely people who I might have been extremely close with when I was a child, like this particular person I'm talking about. And I am A-okay removing my access from them, until there's no end date. It's just, I'm removing my access from them, and that's what it is. And I think the beautiful thing about this that I learned was, when I did this, I feel like I could be kinder. I feel like I could be more loving, because it's loving from a distance, you know? Like, this is a situation where once I decided, like, okay, so and so and so and so no longer have access to me, I prayed for them. Like, I pray for them. I pray for their healing. I pray for their journey. I pray that they can figure everything in their life out. You know, dear God, send them love. And I remove my access from them. I feel like if I were to not honor myself and not listen to myself and not honor like how I feel around them, I wouldn't be able to be as loving, because I would probably become bitter or resentful, or like have this weird like yucky energy where it's like, okay, like we can be around each other, but now I have an attitude, or I'm, you know, like I'm not giving them love. And to me, that doesn't feel good. That feels like my heart is restricting and I can't really be who I am. You know, like it will almost be turning me into someone I'm not, because I am naturally like a very joyful, loving person. So it's like, yes, I can remain in my joy, remain in my love. I love how the sun just came out as soon as I'm talking about this, but I can remain in that space and do all of that from a distance while I remove my access, because you are in charge of your time. You're in charge of who has access to you. You're in charge of who has access to your energy. You're in charge of who has access to your body. And we have to be very strategic and very wise about who we let in our space, because if we let the wrong people in, or we're not listening to ourselves out of like the rules of what we're supposed to do or what we were taught, or being a nice girl or being a good girl, like, yeah, we cannot listen to ourselves, and we can drain ourselves dry and be this empty, dried cup, burnt out and looking crazy, because we're not listening to ourselves and we're not valuing our bodies and valuing our intuition. So yes, I really, I wanted to come on here and I was like, we absolutely have to talk about this. And I have a boundaries masterclass that I think really dives deeper on this whole topic, so much more, 1,000 times over. And it is such a foundational class that I'm so excited about. I'm so proud about. I think that it really gets into the nitty gritty of boundaries and how the kindest people must have the strongest boundaries. If you are a person with an open heart, if you're a kind person, if you're a person that wants to do a lot of good in this world, you have to have the strongest boundaries. A lot of times those type of people tend to be overgiving, and then we're overgiving in the wrong places, and then people aren't appreciating it because we're not appreciating ourselves first. We have to appreciate our time, our energy, our access to us first, and choose ourselves first. Once we choose ourselves, the outside world will choose us. We can't have other people choosing us if we're not even choosing ourselves. So I highly, highly, highly recommend this boundaries masterclass if you want to up-level your life, up-level your boundaries in your career, in your family, relationships, friendships, whatever it is. But if you want to change your life, then I highly, highly, highly recommend this boundaries masterclass. So let's see if there's anything else I put on my journal entry. I put be okay walking away. I feel like this one is really big and something that I've just really been integrating into my life for the past, maybe the past few years. But be okay walking away. I feel like it's really important to just know that there's more than enough. There's always more than enough money, more than enough friendships, more than enough community. Like, you can always find what it is that you want, and you have to be willing to walk away if something doesn't feel good to you, if something is harmful to you, if something is hurtful to you, like emotionally, physically, spiritually, whatever it is, but be okay walking away. If a job is sucking the soul out of you and making you feel crazy and bitter and upset all the time and you feel stuck, be okay walking away. It's so interesting because a lot of times when we feel stuck, we feel like it's these like chains wrapped around us or like a tight rope wrapped around us and we can't move. But a lot of times the chains are really just our mindset. Like we can literally just like change our mindset. We can make a decision and we can walk away. I feel like I'm personally really, really proud of myself this year for some of the things that I've walked away from. Even things that might look like really, really, really shiny. Like maybe it was a person I was dating and maybe they had like every, all the like material things checked off and like all the investments and everything. And it was like, well, if they're not matching, what I fully want, because money is not everything, I'm willing to walk away, and like I have. So I'm really proud of myself personally for things that I've walked away with like recently. But just knowing that is a part of your boundaries, like being willing to walk away and always knowing that there's more than enough. We live in an abundant world. We live in an abundant like universe. God is abundant. And I'm in nature right now, and like sometimes when I first started doing like that first layer of work when it comes to kind of coming out of that scarcity mindset into abundant mindset, I remember, and this was probably like, I don't know, this was years ago. I remember I used to like go to nature and just look at like the grass or like the leaves on the ground and just looking like wow, like there's so much available to us always. I started with the very small things, and that's one of my core beliefs now. Like there's as much whatever it is that you want in the world as there are grains of sand on the beach. Like that is so real, and it's really just a mindset shift. It's funny, I was talking to other family members about this last night. They were younger too. They're preteens. So hopefully, they got something out of that. But yes, we live in an abundant world. Be willing to walk away. Choose yourself first, especially if you want your community to find you, if you want your ideal relationship to find you, if you want your desires, your business, if you want to become a magnet for your desires, you have to choose yourself first in order for other things to choose you, because that's how it works. You choose yourself first, and then you step into your truth, and then you can really attract your truth. So I hope this message finds whoever needs this reminder. Have those next level boundaries, even if it feels hard. It's because once you are the healthiest version of yourself, once you step into your power, it's really a gift, not just for you, but it's a gift for the people around you. Like me stepping into my power, me setting those next level boundaries, even with family members, that's a gift for myself. Of course, that's also a gift for my family. It's a gift to humanity. It's a gift to everyone. So I encourage you, even when it feels hard, set up those next level boundaries. Roses have thorns for a reason. You can't just walk up to a rose bush and touch it, that's just not how it works. The most beautiful things in life need to have thorns for protection. So protect yourself, set up those next level boundaries. And if you're interested in diving deeper, go to my Boundaries Masterclass, and I hope you have a beautiful day.